Greg, which is the balance of the concerts you have been playing in Argentina?
The balance.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing one more show tonight.
Yeah.
As you know, we played two shows a week or so ago, and we've come back for one more tonight. So.
And which is the best thing and the worst thing? This is a question I already asked to your companions of the two gigs in Buenos Aires.
Oh, I think they were great. I mean, I enjoyed them very much. I think the whole band, enjoyed playing here.
Which is the secret to keep you together after all these years? And from my opinion, I think that you are playing better than ever.
I think, Emerson, Lake and Palmer has a special chemistry that it just is a very special and individual sound. Mm-hmm. And for some reason we have a way of balancing each other. Mm-hmm. We have different things we bring into the band which make it very colourful and sometimes quite dramatic. And I think that's what it is that people like about the band.
Do you see each other beside being touring or?
Sure.
Yeah? What is your favorite
Although,
pastime when you are together? When you're not playing music? Do you play cards? Do you, go to the movies or have dinners with your wives?
Yeah, we would do anything. I mean, what normal people would do,
Yeah.
go. But mainly, I mean, when you're on a tour like this,
Mm-hmm.
you spend so much time together. When you're finished, it's good to go and do something else. But we do. We meet each other socially and go out for dinner or go watch a film, go to the theatre. Just different things, ordinary things that ordinary people do.
Do you have this kind of relationship, for example, with the other groups you were involved with? Let's say, for example, with the people of King Crimson when you were...
Yeah, I'm still very friendly with all the boys in King Crimson. Yeah, we actually all met up the other day in New York to launch a new album, which was called Epitaph. It's some of the old live recordings of King Crimson.
Yeah, it is already here.
It's already
got it. A double CD.
Things happen fast in Argentina. But anyway, I keep a good relationship with them, and it's one of the very nice things about both bands that I've been in is the people are very nice and the friendships have endured over the years.
Which are your memories about those days with King Crimson? Another very important band in the progressive rock era.
Well, it was a kind of magical and enchanted time, The music of King Crimson came from the time, whereas music today is made for the time. People make music for the time and for the media and for marketing and for MTV and for... Then the music came from the time. It was part of the culture, and it was a sort of poetry of the feeling of the time. And in London at that time, it was all bound up with fashion, King's Road, the sort of underground music movement, which really began the progressive music thing. And it was just a wonderful time when people were looking for new freedoms and new ways to express themselves, I think, really. They were tired of that sort of 1950s conformity of, their parents telling them what to do and everything. And they become teenagers, and music was the form of their expression. That's how they expressed themselves, through music. And that's how all those wonderful songs that the Beatles wrote, ending up, I suppose, with probably the greatest of them all, which was the song Imagine by John Lennon. Tremendous vision.
Yeah, that's a great lyric. Greg, even though Palmer and Emerson have his solo career, you probably are the most successful solo artist out of ELP. How do you manage and you handle your solo career, put it aside for a while and get involved again with the band?
Really, I do things as a solo artist when the band's not so active. But really, I'm a singer in a band is what I am, I don't sort of look upon I don't look upon myself as having a solo career, you know, because I don't think you can really do two things. But sometimes I do little things. I write something, or
Actually, just being released a record, you playing live for the King Biscuit Flower series.
that was something. Well, I formed a band with a guitar player called Gary Moore, and we recorded a live concert in London. And years afterwards, somebody played me the tape. I'd never heard it.
Oh, really?
They played the tape and they said, "Have you heard this?" And no. We played it. I thought, wow, that is good. You know, it was one of those really special nights. It was where everybody played well and the sound was good and the audience was great and everything worked out well. So they said, you know, would you ever consider releasing it? This company, King Biscuit, had done a series of these concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think it was a nice record to listen to.
Yeah, definitely. Greg, to round it out this interview, which are the plans after this tour, after touring America and going back to Europe, where you live? I think you still live in England.
Yes, I've got a house in London.
Do you plan to record a new album for EP?
Yeah, we throughout the winter, I think we shall begin recording new music.
Will it be linked with the short format of songs like you have been doing with Black Moon and the...
I don't think so. I think it'll be more a conceptual record. There are a number of ideas that we're working on at the moment. So I hate to talk about records before they're made.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Because they always change, you know. If you say you're going to make an album like this and you say that's how it is, 3 weeks later it's completely changed.
What do you think about the new movement in the progressive rock? Groups like Arena, Pendragon, Parliament Project, etc. Are you familiar with these groups? Do you respect them as a continuation?
I think any music that stretches out to be different, I think is good, because otherwise, you keep hearing more or less the same songs done in the same way, and everything's more or less the same. And I think it is a great thing that people try and reach out and do something different and bring to the public something new. Otherwise, we'll all be listening to these same songs.
The song remains the same.
The song remains the same, and it's the video that changes, and even they become the same. So I really do welcome some new thoughts, in music.
Great, Greg. Thanks a lot. I know that you have to be playing in a couple of hours, so thanks for this interview.
It's been a real pleasure.
Thank you.
Okay.
Pleasure. My pleasure.